In CapCut, the two effects BW reveal and slash reveal cause an image to be cut and the same image to appear in black and white from underneath it. I want to simulate this effect in DaVinci Resolve. In DaVinci Resolve, add a fusion composition to the timeline and go to the fusion page. From the media pool, add the image you want to use for the effect twice to the node area. Connect one of them to media out. Add a color correction node and set the saturation to 0 to make it black and white. Add a transform node. Move the playhead to frame 15 and create keyframes for size and angle. Then move the playhead to frame 45 and change the size and angle values so the image appears with rotation and scaling. Move the playhead to frame 110 and create keyframes for size and angle without changing their values. Then go to frame 140 and reset the values of both parameters. Add a merge node and connect the image node to it. Attach a rectangular mask to the image and position it on the left side so it covers half of the screen. Add a transform node. At frame 15, create keyframes for center, size, and angle. At frame 20, increase size slightly. At frame 45, drag the image to the left and change the angle as well. Go to frame 110 and create keyframes for center, size, and angle without changing their values. Then at frame 140, reset all three parameters to their default values. Add another merge node. Copy and paste the three nodes and connect the output of the transform node to the second merge. Select the copied rectangle mask and enable invert. Select the copied transform node, move the playhead to frame 45 and drag the image to the right. Copy the X value, then go to frame 110 and paste that value. Up to this point, you have created the cut effect and reveal of the underlying image. Now select the first transform node and press Shift plus space to add a directional blur node. In the inspector, change the type parameter to zoom. At frame 15, create keyframes for length and glow and set their values. At frame 20, reset the values of both parameters. At frame 110, just create two keyframes without changing the values. At frame 135, increase the values slightly again. And at frame 140, reset the values once more. Select the directional blur node and copy it with Ctrl plus C. Select the copied transform node and press Ctrl plus V to paste the directional blur. Press Shift plus space and add the camera shake node. At frame 140, set the motion scale value to 0. At frame 145, set it to 0.5. And at frame 150, set it back to 0. Select the first transform node that is connected to the background image. Open the spline window. Select all the graphs and click the smooth icon or press the S key. Repeat the same process for the rest of the keyframed nodes. However, there is one key detail to keep in mind. When you select the displacement curve of the transform nodes that are connected to the cut images and apply a global smooth interpolation, the image will start drifting or floating on the left and right sides instead of staying perfectly still. This happens because the values between frames 45 and 110 are supposed to be completely static. To fix this, simply select the line segment between frames 45 and 110, which should be a flat horizontal line, and click the linear icon located next to the smooth button in the spline window. I hope this video has been useful. I've previously made another video about cutting images, and I'll put the link in the description.